We're in queue here in the toll booth of the Skyway Stage 3 and we're about to go to Cavite. Geraldine Repollo has been doing charity works ever since, and we'll get to know her and pick her mind on why she does things. And what's interesting is that her works were recognized by our very own government. So it'll be exciting and interesting to really hear her and listen to her story. Hello there. Welcome to Real Drive. Mula Makati, pinunta namin si Geraldine Repollo sa Bacoor, Cavite. Nakilala siya bilang isang emergency responder simula sa Red Cross noong 90s. At ngayon, meron na siyang sariling private group na tumutulong sa mga nangangailangan. In fact, kasama ko pa nga siya sa pagpasok bilang reservist sa Philippine Navy this year. Ano kaya ang kanyang motivation sa dami ng kanyang mga ginagawa para sa kanyang kapwa? We have here Geraldine Repollo, a fellow reservist in the military, and particularly the Navy and Marines. So, mate, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for interviewing me.
We have here Geraldine Repollo, a fellow reservist in the military, and particularly the Navy and Marines. So, mate, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for interviewing me. For the past days, I have been staying home painting because of the pandemic. Because I previously contracted COVID also. I had to stay home and I had to just distance myself from people.
Okay. So you had COVID when? Tagal na or?
I was supposed to take the second part of the training ng Philippine Marines service.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to do that on September 3.
September?
Yeah, unfortunately, I got sick on August 28 with COVID, and I've had it for 3 weeks.
3 weeks. But you were at home lang?
Yeah, I stayed at home. Fortunately, I am also a registered nurse.
Okay.
So, and I was in contact with a doctor online all throughout the time that I was sick. I'm very makabayan.
Yes.
Most of the nurses, even my classmates, I think 90% of my batchmates went to the States or to work in other countries as a nurse.
Okay.
Ako naman, I stayed here. I worked as a school teacher.
Nice.
Yes, for school nurse, and then I became a school teacher also. While I was working as a school teacher, I encouraged my students to be volunteers of the Philippine Red Cross because I was an active volunteer when I was a student. So I started a Red Cross Youth Council in that school, and that started me off with becoming a very active Red Cross volunteer. And then while I was there, unfortunately something really big happened in 2007. And that was the Glorieta explosion.
Ano Glorieta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Montero Sport. Elevate your journey.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
And then while I was there, unfortunately something really big happened in 2007, and that was the Glorieta explosion.
Ano Glorieta?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was assigned in
Malapit
Makati.
yan.
I was like one of the rescuers or the response teams.
Response.
Yeah, that was there. Just barely an hour before that happened. I was there
Okay.
already.
Okay.
And I was the person who was able to set up what we call a welfare desk. And I became like the coordinating person for all the rescuers because of what I was able to do. After that year, the Makati branch of the Red Cross flourished, and then I was assigned to a different position. I was actually promoted to be the assistant chapter administrator of the Philippine Red Cross Rizal chapter.
Nice.
And after being promoted within 6 months since promotion, the head of that office, the chapter administrator, retired, filed for an early retirement. So I was then promoted again to replace her, to replace that vacant position. So I became the chapter administrator of the Red Cross Rizal chapter. And at the time, there were about 7 branches.
7 branches.
And I was able to grow the chapter into 10 branch offices. And then Typhoon Ondoy happened.
Okay.
It was the biggest disaster, I think, during our time.
Yes,
No?
2009.
In 2009,
Yeah.
it was, I think, the biggest, disaster that happened in Metro Manila and Rizal Province
Yes.
for the last maybe 20, 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Right? Because there were a lot of families
Casualties,
that
yeah.
were affected, a lot of casualties. I stayed in the office for the next 7 days without sleep.
7 days.
Yeah, doing 24-hour rescue and relief operations. So
Okay.
that was a big thing for me because it changed my life.
Yeah.
And it changed my perspective also on a lot of things. And also, while we were going through the disaster, I've also realized that Filipinos are really resilient. And at the same time, the bayanihan spirit is still so much alive. There were a lot of heroes during that time, and it really inspired me
Okay.
to continue helping and to continue doing disaster preparedness work or disaster response work. And then later on, I've been doing it as a volunteer with some of my friends, doing a lot of rescue and relief operations. So we went in 2013, Typhoon Yolanda happened.
2013 Yolanda. Yeah.
Yeah, it was I
Tacloban.
think September. Tacloban was badly hit.
Yes.
So we were able to gather a lot of relief goods. We were doing it as a team. So we've started a group. We call it Team Patola.
Team Patola.
Yeah, it's
name.
funny. Yeah, it's funny that we are calling ourselves Team Patola, but
Why Team Patola? Why Patola?
it's because patol kami ng patol
Ano ba? Okay.
sa lahat ng rescue.
Siguro nga, iwaywala yung mga islands natin, and then yung terms of transportation, kamusta?
Of course, transportation is a problem.
May balita ba kayong nasasyan sa kalsada mga katandem? I-share niyan sa Daily Tribune. Madali lang ang kapapasa ng balita. Kailangan lang gawin ay shoot, send, edit, Post, Daily Tribune, ang Cash News Squad. Katandem sa kalsada, katandem sa balita.
Siguro nga, iwaywala yung mga islands natin, and then yung terms of transportation, kamusta?
Of course, transportation is a problem because lalo na yung last year, I went to Bicol 5 times during
5 times?
during the typhoon that happened last
Okay.
year. Kasi may dalawa tayong typhoon na nangyari last year, di ba? That affected the Bicol area and the Cagayan area. Transportation, alam mo, itong yung kotse ko, dapat palitan ko na to. Kasi, I realized, well, I bought this because I was mostly doing city driving, but I find myself driving to the different areas
Talaga?
of the country. So, totoo lang, itong kotse na to, nakarating na to ng Davao.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
So now you're driving, you're driving what?
I'm driving a Mazda 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's
Yeah.
an automatic car,
Mm-hmm.
which I like because it helps me relax while I'm driving.
Yeah.
And at the same time, even though matagal na tong kotse ko, I bought it brand new, but it's still in good condition, even though for so many years ko na siya ginagamit. The first week that I got this car, I went to Davao.
Davao.
Yeah, so sinakay ko siya sa Roro. I went to Davao City, explored in Davao, went to Surigao, went to, this car has been to a lot of places already.
Wow.
Nakarating na to ng Sagada,
Tagad.
all the way to Cagayan Valley. Nakarating
For relief operations.
for relief operations yung Cagayan Valley. And then for relief operations also, nakarating to ng so many parts of Bicol.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, sinakay ko to sa Roro, dinala ko to sa Catanduanes.
Tanduanes.
Actually, this has been loaded with so many different types of relief goods also. So many times napupuno to ng relief goods pati dyan sa likod. Oo.
Ikaw, personally, nagkaroon ka ng COVID, right? So,
Yes.
what did you learn from that experience?
What I've learned from that experience is that unang-una, mahirap ang COVID.
Ikaw, personally, nagkaroon ka ng COVID, right? So,
Yes.
what did you learn from that experience?
What I've learned from that experience is that unang-una, mahirap ang COVID. Kasi during the times na nahihirapan kang huminga, tapos ang taas-taas ng lagnat mo, tapos buong katawan mo masakit, parang ang daling magsabi na ayoko na.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang ayoko na nito. Parang kunin mo na lang ako, Lord. Yung ganon.
Yeah.
So, I've realized that you have to have a strong motivation to continue.
Okay.
Continue to live for you to be able to surpass it. It boils down to your purpose in life.
Yes.
Diba? Your life purpose. Ako, I've had a realization when I got sick. First of all, I was prepared to go to the United States to work as a nurse bago ako nagkasakit ng COVID.
Okay.
And I was gearing myself, aligning myself towards that. Pero what I realized when I got sick was that this is my home, this is my country. And what I have been doing for the past 20, 30 years of my life was really helping out in community building, helping out in doing the disaster response and community building work hindi lang kasi yun ang ginagawa ko eh. Like when I was president of the Rotary Club, I've also went to Marawi. I've done a lot of things, you know, to support our community. And I realized that what I was doing was really helping out in nation building. And I think that's my life purpose.
So buti lang nagka-COVID kayo para hindi ka papaalisin sa bansang ito.
Yes, na-realize ko na